Hi, welcome back to another interesting tutorial. I'll be sharing with you some secrets, tips and tricks to padding a plus size bustier. You can also use this method for a normal bustier. The under bust is 15.5, the bust point is 12 and the bust span or nipple to nipple is 9 inches. And this is what the inside looks like, right? I'll advise you to stay till the end of this tutorial to learn the tips and tricks to sewing this. So let's dive into this tutorial right away. Thank you. This is the pattern drafting for this bustier. I'll be dropping the link on the description box below if you want to know how it's drafted. I've gone ahead to cut my fabric using my patterns, and I've added my seam allowances all around it. I added half an inch all around, then 1.5 inch for the side seam allowance. Right here you can see I have the lining and the main fabric. So I'm using the dark fabric for the main fabric and the light one as my lining. Next, you are going to place your interfacing on the wrong side of both the lining and the main fabric. Using a nylon hairstay for my interfacing, I'll just go ahead and tap. I will do that for lining and for fabric. Next, I went ahead to trim out the excess interfacing. And right here, I've also interfaced the main fabric. So we want to focus on the lining right now. At this point, I'm going to bring in my peplon stay. So this peplon stay is going to be sticked on the lining and is going to give your bustier a very firm look, okay, or a firm padding. So I picked the shiny part of the peplon stay. Of course, you know the peplon stay, we use it for bust caging. So right here I'm going to mark out the under bust point. So make sure you place a notch on the under bust, and that is exactly what I'm doing right here. I'm going to place the under bust right on the peplon stay. So I'm placing the sticky part of the peplon stay, as you can see right here, right on the under bust. Next, I'm going to cut it out as shown. The peplon stay has been cut for the center front as a pattern, and right now I'm going to place the side of this bustier right on the under bust. At this point, there is no actual measurement. You just keep it on the under bust and make sure you shift the side just to the center of the side bust. Secure with your pins, and then we'll go ahead to cut it out as shown. Next, I'm going to locate the bust point as shown. From the bust point, you mark half of your bust span or your nipple to nipple. Mine is 4.5. I will go up and come down by 1 inch, okay? Then we'll shape in the side bustier this way. So I will take it all the way to the under bust, just round it up the way I did. So I'm going to cut it out right now. Make sure to arrow the upper part, as this might be confusing. I'm going to take out this pattern right now. I'll place it on top of my peplon stay. So you have to place it, the sticky part to the sticky part. Use it as a pattern for the other side of the bustier and cut it out as shown. At this point, I'm done cutting the two sides peplon stay, and this is the center front peplon stay. So since we came down by 1 inch, I'm going to also follow the shape of the neckline and come down by 1 inch as well. And I'm going to cut it out as shown. After cutting the peplon stay, this is what we got right here. So you can see when we stitch it right now, we have a space for our neckline. I'm going to use this pattern of the peplon stay to cut my wadding, my interfacing and all of that. At this point, I've used the peplon stay to cut out my wadding. My wadding is the medium wadding. So if you are using a light wadding, you can cut 2 pieces of your wadding, but I just cut one of it. and I placed the shiny parts on the table, as you can see. At this point, I have used the same pattern to cut out my hairstay. My hairstay is a nylon hairstay and I cut 4 pieces of it, as you can see. So I'm going to cut out the side hairstay. The side hairstay, I am going to cut them one after the other. You will be placing the sticky part on the table this way. Then you cut out. I will bring the other hairstay and place it on top of this and cut out. I'll bring the third one, place it on top of it, the sticky part, and cut out. That is what I kept doing until I cut out the 4 pieces. I'm done cutting out all the pieces, the peplum stay, the wadding, and 4 pieces of the hairstay. The same with the sides as well. So we are going to start up from the lining right now. I'm going to turn the wrong side of the lining where we hairstayed. We are going to start from the center front. First, you are going to pick up the peplum stay, the sticky part of it, lay it from the under bust and iron. Before laying the wadding on top of the peplum stay, I'm going to place few pieces of my gum, that is my hemming gum, so it will be very easy for me to iron the wadding. So I kept tapping as you see me do right here. I turned it to the right side and cleaned up the edges as shown. Next, I'm going to start sticking the side. So I'll just use one side to demonstrate it. The side, you place the sticky parts on top of the lining and iron. Next, you place your hemming gum and then place your wadding finally and tap tap tap. I always like to turn to the right side and iron very smoothly. These are what I have for the lining right now. So the lining has been stuck. We want to move over to the main fabric. For the main fabric, I will go ahead and place the 4 layers of hairstay. You can see each piece have 4 layers already cut like I earlier demonstrated, placing the sticky parts on the table like that. So we'll go over to the ironing table to iron them. Center front area, I have 4 layers, so I'm going to start placing them 1 layer each. From the under bust area, I'll tap. After that, I'm going to place the second layer, making sure I'm placing the sticky parts. I'll iron. Next, I'm going to place the third one and the last one and iron them very well. So if you notice, you can see I'm using my steam iron. If you don't have a steam iron, just go ahead and sprinkle water on it with your fabric, right? Don't forget to turn to the right side and iron nicely too. This gives the bustier fabric a very clean finishing. Next, I'm going to cut out the excess hairstay as shown. The side front bustier, I also placed the 4 layers. I placed the 4 layers one after the other, just like I did for the center front. I'll iron, then I'll place the second one and iron, the third, the fourth. We are done with the ironing of the paddings right now, and I'm trimming off the excess hairstay. So we'll go over to the machine to stitch them together. We are going to start stitching the bustier from the lining, and if you look very well, you notice we padded the lining with only peplum stay and wadding, right? So you are going to place the 2 together on the under bust. And if you look at the main fabric, I used only the hairstay, the 4 layers of interfacing for the padding. So we are also going to sew from the under bust. First, you are going to secure with your pins the underbust area as shown. So making sure the underbust is equal, then you stretch it from the waistline this way. We are going to start from the waist or from the down parts. I'm stitching 1/2 inch. Once I get to the underbust area, I will lift my presser foot, take off my pin, then arrange the bustier part and continue stitching at 1/2 inch, as you can see me do right here, all the way down as shown. On the other side of the bustier, going to secure with your pins on the underbust, very important. Then you start from the down part, stitch to the underbust, lift up your presser foot, and then continue stitching until you get to the other end as shown. This is what you expected to have right here. So you are going to place a notch at the underbust. And from that underbust notch, we are going to reduce the seams of the bustier. Just do that very carefully. After trimming it out, you can see what we have. So from the notch again, I'm going to also trim off this part. This is exactly what you expected to have on the lining part. So we'll go over to the ironing table right now. I will show you how to finish it up finally. I have to put 2 tailor's ham on the 2 busts because this is a plus size bustier. But if you are making for a small size, you can just use 1 bustier. Next, you are going to cut the hairstay on the underbust. I placed my hairstay across it. So once you cut it off this way, then you are going to iron the center front area first. I like to use a piece of fabric with steam for the center front area to iron it very nicely. After ironing the center front, if you notice on the side, because of the side bust, there is a dart to it. So we are going to cut through this dart, then lay it side by side, then iron it as well. Also lay my piece of fabric on the side bust after overlapping the dart area. Give it a very good press to stick appropriately. At this point, you are going to use your tailor's ham to iron each of the bust area very appropriately. So you can see me ironing it nicely. Moving over to the other bust area, I'm going to also do the same. You will see the dart. Just go ahead and open it up. Go ahead and iron it out the way I did for the other side. So right now we are done with the bustier, as you can see. Next, I'm going to cut out any excess on this side. Please don't leave excess hairstay on this side, okay? Just raise it up and cut it off to avoid squeezing. That is exactly what I'm doing right here. After ironing on the wrong side, I like to turn to the right side too. Then iron with my tailor's ham, as you see me do right here. So it makes it, have a smooth finishing on the right side. And that is what I'm doing right now. It's time to sew the main fabric. So we'll stitch with the same method from the underbust. Stitching, you are going to place notches on the main fabric, okay? Just on the bustier area as shown. Then we'll go over to the ironing table and open up the seams. After that, I'm going to place 1 inch piece of hairstay. The length should be up to the underbust. I'll iron it nicely, as you can see, then cut off the excess on the underbust area. Next, I went ahead to open up the down seams, okay, and iron it nicely. So that's how I'm going to iron the other part, making sure I iron it with my tailor's ham very well. At this point, we are done ironing the main fabric. So you turn it to the right side and give it a very good press as well. Also need to iron the down piece, as you can see. right here. So this is how I do that to give it that busty effect. This is the main fabric and this is the lining. So we are going to place them right side to right side. Secure with your pins and then stitch at 1/2 inch. After that, you go ahead and make notches. Don't forget to chop off the seam lines on the seams and then top stitch on the lining as shown and give it a good press. This is the end result and it looks so beautiful. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.